Good morning, Guardians. The Hijabi Gamer here, and it is Friday. And seriously, weeks, they start off slow, and then all of a sudden, that's why I get why they call Wednesday Hump Day. I cannot believe it is already Friday, but it is Friday, which means it's time for another Xur Location video, which, just a reminder, first off, this is original Destiny. This is Destiny 1. As you can see from the tower, this is the first Destiny. And I like this tower so much more than the one in Destiny 2. Especially the garden behind. I love the moment they opened that. That was awesome. Anyway, original Destiny. Second reminder, Xur is only in the tower for 48 hours. In Destiny 2, he's there until reset. In Destiny 1, he leaves on Sunday mornings. At least for me. I am in New Jersey, Eastern. Apparently it's EDT. I don't know. All I know is it's almost 6 a.m. right now in New Jersey. This video will be uploaded around 6 a.m. in New Jersey. Xur will leave the tower Sunday at 5 a.m. New Jersey time. Depending on where you're at, calculate the difference. But he's only in the tower for 48 hours. So don't even bother unless you're like in Australia. Don't even bother with Sunday. Just not worth it. He's gone so early in the morning. I mean, again, it depends on where your location is. I guess if you're like in Europe, I know in Egypt right now, I think it's like an 8-hour difference. So it's like, anyway, depending on your location, but really, he's gone after 48 hours. So you have less than 48 hours, 47 hours from now to find Xur. Anyway, he has a decent week. We're heading straight. And it's been a while since he's been in the reef. So I'm going to go with next week or the week after he's going to be in the reef. Because it's not very common for him to be in the reef. But as you can see, he's in the tower this week. So you're heading towards the Vanguard. And Cade. I miss Cade. Cade was my favorite. I do like the Drifter though. But Cade. I mean, Ghost is number 1. But Cade, close number 2. Anyway, he's right over here, see? You got the computers. Those are Corpus colors. The blues are Corpusy. Anyway, tentacle face. You know what? I would love to see him like appear in random places too. It'd be hilarious if you're like anyway. So, first off, we have the usual legacy engram. And it is a primary weapon engram, which is something I would... my bed is above there. People have asked, what is it? This is a loft. This is the bed. The bed is right here. And the cat is on the bed right now. Anyway, legacy engram, primary weapon engram. As someone who prefers weapons over armor any day, I would have my guardian go into battle in his sheath, boxers, and a whole bunch of guns. Just because. Anyway. But I prefer armor. But, if you had to give me a choice between armor and weapons would be at the top. Anyway, legacy engram with a primary weapons engram. 31 strange coins. You know what? I am tempted to spend later today. Get 31 strange coins and try it. Just to see what I would get out of it. Because right now, I have 4 strange coins. And there's a couple tricks I would do to do that. Anyway, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. But legacy engram. Then you have for the Titan, no backup plans. Shotgun kills trigger force barrier, and force barrier's duration is increased. I'm guessing that's like a shield of some kind. I said I primarily played Titan as flaming hammers of flaming awesomeness. Did I mention I'm a Leo? And I like flaming hammers of flaming awesomeness. Charizard is like my favorite Pokemon. Well, all the flaming Pokemon are my favorite. I like though I do have a soft side for Eevee. Soft side for Eevee, but flaming hammers of flaming awesomeness. And I have a fiery temper. So I'm guessing that's what that is. Let me know in the comments. I do read all the comments. Just a warning, if I do not respond, it's because I left my cell phone at home. I have a tablet, so the problem is the Wi-Fi at work makes it so that you cannot see comments. Or, I'll get an alert and I can read the first few lines, but I can't respond. So, for example, last week I didn't respond to good morning. It's because I didn't have my phone. And then it's a couple days later. So, that's the only reason. If I don't respond, I try to respond to every comment. But if I don't, it means, yeah, Kat was an idiot and she left her phone at home. I'm not a social media person. Anyway, next for the hunter, we have something awesome called Don't Touch Me. I highly recommend it. The Don't Touch Me, taking damage from a melee attack makes you briefly invisible. This is what I used. Now, there's a lot of stuff in Destiny I have not done in a long time. I used to do some pretty cool stuff in original Destiny. It's been a very long time. But I used to be able to solo on, I think it's master difficulty. I don't know. The beginning of Crota's End with the Thrall. I used to be able to solo that. All the way past the ogre, get the door open. I used to do that. And one of the primary ways you do it is with the Don't Touch Me's. So the Don't Touch Me's, when the Thrall melee attack you, you go invisible. And how do I put it? Thrall aren't the sharpest tool in the shed. If you go invisible, they forget you exist. It's a lot of fun to watch them running around you while you're invisible. Yeah, I like tormenting Thrall. Another thing I love to do is to jump on a pedestal just out of their reach. So you're standing, shooting at them, and he's screaming and trying to grab at you. Because tormenting Thrall... You know what would be funny if it turns out Thrall or a parasite and the hive come to us finally. They're like, please help us, the Thrall. We cannot get rid of them. They're like crickets. Anyway, I'll get into the cricket thing. Anyway, I highly recommend it. It's awesome. I love the Don't Touch Me's. Another interesting story, I posted on Bungie.net and I said, please have Xur carry them. It was a week later and Xur had them. So, hey Bungie, hey, you pay, at least at the time, I don't know now, I'm pretty sure now they don't, but at least at that time, they were paying attention. Because it happened more than once where I would be like, can you have Xur carry this exotic? And it wasn't anything that he didn't carry. It was stuff that he carried. So it was Xalo, Supercell, and Don't Touch Me. And they actually had Xur. I don't know. Maybe it was coincident. And maybe they don't pay attention at all to their community forum. Warframe. You still haven't answered, Warframe. Just no words. I wanted some lore answers. On the Corpus. Anyway, for the Warlock, you have the Sunbreakers, which sounds like a really cool name, and the glowing red looks kind of awesome. Increase the duration of your solar grenade while gaining an additional solar grenade charge. You know what? I need to check in to make sure I have that, because that looks pretty cool, and I tend to play solar. There's a trend here. Solar Warlock, Solar Titan, Solar Hunter. But at least with the Warlock, there's the self-res, so... Then we have the No Land Beyond, which is an exotic sniper rifle that can be equipped in the primary slot, which is pretty cool. I don't know. My issue is that has a decent impact. There was this one sniper rifle I was using, and it was doing absolutely no damage, and I'm like, huh? And it's yeah, because the impact was itty bitty. This actually, I definitely have it though. Missing a shot has the chance to return ammo directly to the magazine. I like that. Lightweight, definitely. I'm always a big fan of lightweight. The Master, increased precision damage. Kills briefly, increased damage against next target. You know what? I like this. You know what? I might pull this out and run around with it and get strange coins and try to see what happens when I get it. You know what? Maybe, I'll try and see if I can do that. I also want to chug a can of Red Bull. Yeah, I'll try. I'll see what I can do. I don't have the, I think, no, wait, I do have it. I do. Anyway, I like it without the ornament. Anyway, next we have two, one of them we get often, Invective. I like Invective. Invective with, Iconoclast. Now, I feel like it's still, so somebody has pointed out to me that Bungie nerfed Invective. That it used to give you more ammo in the Crucible. I still think not enough people give this weapon credit, because I used it in the Crucible and it was still nice to have ammo. Especially if you're not very good at PvP and so you never get secondary ammo. I'm not saying anything. It's nice that it gives you secondary ammo so you can run around with a shotgun. But even if it is slower, it was slow. I'll admit it was slow, but it was still nice. You have this weapon regenerates ammo over time. So I'm surprised more people weren't talking about Invective, especially when there was that whole slide and shot gun. And then the meta became sidearms, which I always used sidearms even before that. The last round in a magazine deals bonus damage. Now that's a hard one. Final round is a hard one because you instinctively reload as often as possible. So it's like you have a kill in Crucible, and what do? You reload. Even if you're like halfway. It's like, I'll do it where it's like if I have a weapon with a magazine of like 200, and I'll be at like 190, I'm like, I don't know. You know what? I better not risk it. You get the Iconoclast, which is... I don't like Iconoclast. I will admit. I actually like... No, I don't like Storm's Reproach. Iconoclast is okay. I don't really care for too much red. I like it without any ornaments. This is without any ornaments. And this is the ornament you're getting. So... I said Invective, I don't think I've ever seen it except this way. I like Invective. But then I always think you should pick up every exotic because it gives you Grimoire and it gives you the blueprint. So you decide that you don't need it, dismantle it, you can get it later. So then you change your mind. That's why I even say pick up every exotic for all the classes, because you might be playing a Warlock right now, but then Sense and Reason might hit you from above and you go, oh, hunters are amazing. I can't believe I didn't notice that. And suddenly become a hunter main and go totally awesome. I might be biased. I might be. No. So that's why I recommend you pick up everything, because you never know. And as I said, it gives you the blueprint. So even if you dismantle it, you have the blueprint permanently unlocked. You can go back for a cost and reclaim anything. Nice, cool, awesome. Invective. And finally, get this. If you do not have this, I recommend you run around, you get the strange coins. If you need the silver dust, you get the silver dust from doing stuff that gets you mystery boxes. The boxes. From like doing stuff. My brain is freezing on what they're called. But the boxes that you get from doing things like story missions, you get a box. That will help you get silver dust. Dismantling ornaments, if you already have ornaments, will get you straight silver dust. Highly recommend it. Red Death and White Witch. At the very least, you need Red Death. Red Death is a weapon that I think every Guardian, if you don't have it, you should get. This is a weapon everyone should have, because Red Death is great. It has this thing called Red Death. Each kill heals you and speeds up reloads. So this, for example, is great when the modifier exposure is in effect, because every kill you do regenerates health. So whereas exposure is your shields have been extended and are more powerful, but they don't regenerate. So this counteracts exposure. There's also a spot at Crota's end when you're defeating Crota, when you're about to fight Crota, that your health doesn't regenerate. I usually use Red Death. It's great to have. So if you don't have Red Death, highly recommend it. Really good weapon to have, just because of each kill heals you and speeds up reloads. You get Steel Witch, which is the one I have activated right now. This is what it looks like without Steel Witch. And I think Steel Witch looks pretty cool. The other one, I think it's Steel Witch, right? It's a Steel Witch, right? Not White Witch. No. Sorry, you get White Witch. White Witch, which one is the White Witch? I don't think I like White Witch. Yeah, no, not a fan of White Witch. I like my guns clean. I like Steel Witch, but you get White Witch. Now, forget about the ornament. You can dismantle the ornament, get silver dust. Yeah, ornament it's the gun itself. I highly recommend Red Death. Really good weapon to have. It's easier to aim under fire using this weapon. Really good weapon. If you don't have it, you need it. Then you have the usual Curios. I'm not going to be... look, no, it's not a problem. I would like to have like 1 million... No, at least 1,000 heavy ammo synths. My goal is at least 1,000 heavy ammo synths. Because you need them. They're heavy ammo synths. That's heavy ammo. One can never have enough heavy ammo synths. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this with other Destiny people. And you notice, by the way, the cricket. Now, I don't know if I caught it because each time I think I've caught that cricket, I hear it again. I haven't heard it all morning. I did set up cricket traps, and I've caught in those cricket traps like 12 of them at this point. Though, this morning, I saw a cricket walking across the floor, and I managed to catch it and let it go. I think that might be the pest that's been going for days now, because it's been unusually quiet, and normally it doesn't stay quiet this long. So maybe the one I released is the one that has been driving me absolutely nuts. But that one I tossed outside. The ones that get caught in the trap die. And I'm surprised. I did not expect them to work. I got like 30 of them for $10 off of Amazon. It's like it comes in flat sheets and you fold it into a little square. And they crawl. And apparently there must be something in that attracts them, because I mean, it's like teeny tiny. It was like, what are the chances that the cricket's going to walk through there and get stuck on the floor of that thing? But apparently it must have something that attracts them, because at one point I had one of them with like 5 crickets in it. So it's kind of terrifying to think that I've caught like 12 crickets. Well, 12 in the traps. There's 2. I put out 3 of them, threw them out because they all got full of crickets. And I put out another 3, and I caught like 3 more, and then I captured the living one. So it's like 12, 13 crickets. It's just insane. So I haven't heard it yet, which is a relief, because honestly, it seems to like to chirp the most when I'm trying to sleep. Anyway, again, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for listening to my harrowing adventures against the crickets. The cat was no help. Absolutely no help. The lazy fuzzball was absolutely no help. No help at all.